What's up, guys? Alrighty. Today, we are going to be doing a bunch of suspension and steering work on this F-150. Kind of a bummer because he's got a lift kit on it. Let's hope it goes a little better than the other side did, because the other side, the studs on top of the strut actually broke. So I ended up having to cut it out, cut one of the studs off, the one that broke free, and weld a bolt in there to act as a stud. So hopefully that's not what has to happen, but if it does, it'd make pretty cool thing for you guys to see. So, oh, what am I looking for? Yeah, that's right. And this thing has tiny little lug nuts, so I'm gonna have to use a chrome socket. And I'm sure that's gonna bother some people, but it kind of is what it is. The guy opted to do some brakes as well, so that's why I'm taking the caliper off this way. Oh. But normally I would just take the whole caliper off. So that's the reason why we're doing it this way. And that, compress the caliper a little bit. There we go. There. These loose. Okay. Disconnect that. Because I'm going to be taking the whole knuckle off, so we're going to be doing, I should show you what we're doing, or tell you, but we're going to be doing a outer tie rod, upper ball, or lower ball joint, upper control arm, and then some brakes. Whoa, that's cool. That was cool. Alright. Caliper. Huh. Alright, where's that? That's the side. I already disconnected the ABS wire, so that's why you guys didn't have to watch that. Sugar. I already noticed that the slide pin is broken, or not, I'm sorry, not broken, seized up. So we're gonna have to use the torch and unseize that one. But if you want to see why we're replacing the tie rod, watch the tie rod. Isn't that crazy? Just junk. I mean, look at that, without the tire on it. Alright, put some hearing protection on. Got the air hammer. That's it. Go. Okay. Sonata. How I do these is I will just count the amount of turns that it takes to come off and then put the same amount in. Add some kind of fit spray of the day. There. Alrighty, tie rod is done. Okay. There we go. That off. Rip this nut off. Okay, rip this nut off. Like they had an aftermarket ball joint on an aftermarket controller. The other side was not like that. Alright. Get the knuckle off. And bam, here we go. That's knuckle off. And that axle is still totally fine. Good deal. Yeah, usually those axles just come right out, so it's kind of surprising to me that it didn't come right out, but whatever, we got it figured out. Bam. Take these up. We're gonna have to remove the strut in order to get to the bolts, unfortunately. Okay. Well, you guys might actually get to see what I did. Okay. This side, I do have a little bit more room. Let me get this wheel well out of the way and then I'll come back to you guys. Bam! There you go, baby. I was gonna say, I knew I was too lucky to not have this one break for you, but at least now I get to show you what I do, and hopefully either learn something or learn what not to do. There you go. Yep. Yeah, so basically, take your stud that broke off, get that out of there. Alright, so all I did was I took a nut and a bolt that I found that fit perfectly, and I just tightened it all the way down here. So now all I'm going to do is right here. This bolt, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna weld this to the housing of the strut mount. And what that is gonna do is it's gonna basically make a stud, if you look right here. So I'm gonna get this wire wheeled and cleaned up, and then I'll get you some footage on welding it. You can kind of see what I did here. I just put a nice little, well, not nice, I just freaking welded on that bolt, and now you can see, take this nut off, and now you have a nice little stud. There you go. That's all there is to it. Not a huge deal if that breaks off for you. Bam, not going anywhere. All right, now the next matter. Let's get this control arm changed. Okay. There we go. Here's one. 21. Stick that on there. Nut, bolt. Bam. Alrighty. So I just got this bolt. I just got this control arm installed. Now we're starting to work on the lower ball joint. So I got the press set up, I got the C-clamp off, and yeah, let's get her off. Just keep going until it pops. Just like that. Alright. There's our old ball joint. Pretty junk. In order to install, it is the exact opposite. Find a cone that fits in there. Beautiful. We're gonna do some swap-roos of the settings that we're gonna be using. So we're gonna press in like that, pull this out. I'm gonna need my adapter. Okay. So basically what the plan is, as I screw this down, this is gonna get pushed into the control arm. All right, and just draw it in. There you go. You see how it's flush? That means she's done. And take her out. And there we go. It still has plenty of springiness. There. And that's key. Make sure that your snap ring snapped back into place. Now we have our lower ball joint, upper control arm in. Now we gotta sneak in the knuckle, so it shouldn't be too bad. Grab yourself a nut. Which nut? These nuts. All right, just ignore that. That was stupid. Oh, please, just go to your. Okay. I know you can see exactly what I'm doing, but you're basically just fighting it into a position. There we go. So you can get that lower nut on. I'll hold that for you. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot the strut. That would have been gold. Gold, baby. get this lined up. And up. Bam. There we go. Alright. Let's tighten up the stud that we repaired here. There, beautiful. There, now let's get this lined up. Okay, officially get our strut in. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Let's line our axle back up. Come on, baby. Oh man, oh man. Come on, baby. Awesome. Okay. Tie rod, brand new tie rod. And that's that. Okay. So notice, this is what I was telling you about in the other video. Notice that the slide pins are facing towards the ground, because sometimes if you get these hot enough in such a concealed area here, this the slide pin will actually shoot out of it like a gun. So usually what I like to do is just get it nice and hot and then grab a big pair of pliers and try to wiggle it out of there. This is completely seized. Give that a shot. Grab a nice pair of big pliers. There we go. See? You see that? It's like a freaking gun going off. So don't point that at anybody. It can happen. Torque setting 2. On the outside, make sure you route everything. Tighten her down. Make sure you torque those. Okay. And route everything. Alright, you guys know the rules. Make sure that moves. And yeah, everything's routed. Everything's looking really good. Thank you guys. I appreciate your help. Have a good day.